IPL is back. Rohit and Kohli are all set. Two of the most favored IPL teams, MI and RCB, face off each other. Who will dominate in this mighty clash? Hello and welcome to M21 Cricket, a channel for cricket fans and lovers all across the globe. I am Shivam Sadija and back with a new show on my channel, IPL T20 Dhamaka, and we are looking at the build-up to the Vivo IPL 2021. So let's have a preview of the first game between the Mumbai Indians and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So we're looking at the preview of the MI and the RCB, two of the most favored IPL teams, have a huge fan following, but we need to look at the analysis of the teams and how are the teams stacked up. But first of all, let's look at where this game is taking place, which is going to be a critical factor all throughout this IPL edition because no team is playing on its home soil. So the match is taking place at the Chennai, the MA Chithambaram Stadium. The slow pitch of the Chennai offers much assistance for the spinners, and we're going to talk about that later. The average first inning score here at the Chennai Stadium, the MA Chithambaram Stadium, is 160. But you always want to add 10 to 15 runs more given the firepower these teams have. Mumbai Indians, Kieron Pollard, Hardik Pandya, RCB, AB de Villiers and everyone else, Virat Kohli also there, now Glenn Maxwell there in the side, so we always want to score 15 to 20 runs extra than the average first innings total. Let's talk about the teams then, and we're going to compare Mumbai Indians with RCB to their expected playing 11 for the first game. Let's look at the openers first of all. Mumbai Indians, Rohit Sharma, Quinton de Kock, and the RCB, Devdutt Padikkal and Virat Kohli. What's the issue there with RCB? It's the Devdutt Padikkal's strike rate. Yes, he's a good batsman, a prolific batsman, had a wonderful Dream 11 IPL in the year 2020, but his strike rate is not progressive as he bats on and continues to bat on, which means the fact that RCB may just face the problem of having a slow start in their power play overs because Virat Kohli takes his own time, and if Devdutt Padikkal is not able to give that first 10 to 15 balls to Virat Kohli, then Virat Kohli is bound to lose this wicket early in trying to play a big shot. So that is the big problem for the RCB, that Devdutt Padikkal's strike rate has to go on improve upon consistently so that he can give time to Virat Kohli the first 10 to 15 balls so that Virat Kohli can get set and then he can just firepower and take on the opposition. Mumbai, Rohit Sharma, Quinton de Kock, two of the most prolific batsmen. Quinton de Kock can take on the innings, Rohit Sharma can have his time, and then Rohit Sharma can strike off like a bang. So Mumbai Indians emerge out as top amongst the openers. Now let's look at the middle order. Mumbai Indians, Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan, Hardik Pandya, Kieron Pollard. RCB, Mohammad Azharuddin, AB de Villiers, Glenn Maxwell and Washington Sundar. Talking about Mohammad Azharuddin, why I put him at number 3, because if Devdutt Padikkal loses on his wicket early, then Mohammad Azharuddin can come out and bat at number 3 and can provide the firepower and and provide the ease in that power play to Virat Kohli so that he can dominate later on in the innings. So that's why Mohammad Azharuddin at number 3. But you're talking about the X factors in the middle orders, and we always talk about the X factors when it comes to T20 cricket. I'm going to talk about two prolific players. Mumbai Indians have Hardik Pandya and RCB have Glenn Maxwell. Talking about Hardik Pandya, he just adds a lot of balance to the Mumbai Indians side given the fact that Hardik Pandya can bowl in those middle overs and can also provide that firepower with his batting. He can give you 2, 3 or 4 overs, which means the fact that Mumbai Indians can also play in another extra batsman if they have Hardik Pandya with them to bowl. It just adds a new possibility to this already formidable side. Talking about RCB, they have Glenn Maxwell and they purchased him for a whooping 14 to 15 crores. But Glenn Maxwell always promises to be a prolific player, an X factor, a match winner, and IPL teams and IPL franchises spend a huge amount of money on Glenn Maxwell, but he fails to deliver once again. But yet again he gives hopes to these franchises, and RCB have banked upon that hope and have just bought in Glenn Maxwell to their side. Will he prove to be that X factor? Only time will tell. But if he proves to be good with his batting, he can also provide those 2 or 3 overs. And RCB are going to play at Chennai their first around 3 to 4 games actually. I think there are 5 games that they're going to play at Chennai. So if Glenn Maxwell can bowl as well, given the confidence in his batting, then he can definitely be an X factor. But as I said, he just promises to be a good player, but he fails to deliver. Talking about Mumbai once again. Mumbai do not have just one X factor, and this is perhaps the reason of success for Mumbai at the power play. They have two. They have another X factor in the form of Kieron Pollard. He can also provide 2 or 3 overs. That is why it's quite difficult to beat MI Indians, because of this strong core in that middle order. He just adds another balance to the side. So Mumbai once again emerge out on top as far as the middle order is concerned. Let's now look at the lower order. Mumbai Indians, Krunal Pandya, Rahul Chahar, Trent Bolt, Jasprit Bumrah, and there will be a trade-off, I think, between Adam Milne on Piyush Chawla. I think they may go with Piyush Chawla, considering the fact that the pitch offers some assistance for the spinners. Look at the RCB. Shahbaz Ahmed, Kyle Jamieson or Richardson, they may be a trade-off between the two. Mohammad Siraj or Navdeep Saini. My first choice will be Mohammad Siraj, Yuzvendra Chahal and Daniel Sams. Daniel Sams because he can just take the pace off the ball and just be a good death bowling option. He proved well for the Delhi Capitals in the last edition. But once again, where is that death bowling attack? Where is that death bowling for the RCB? You look at players like Mohammad Siraj, Mandeep Saini, Richardson. I don't think they can actually defeat the death bowling option with the Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians have Trent Bolt, Jasprit Bumrah with them. Trent Bolt, he bowls well in the power play. He took 16 wickets in the last edition in the power play. And then Jasprit Bumrah, we know how good he is with those Yorkers in the death. Once again, RCB faces the problem of death bowling. And once again on paper, Mumbai emerges out to be the top team as far as this playing 11 is concerned. So, on paper, Mumbai Indians are definitely a better side, undoubtedly a better side, yet they start off slowly. Always and always and always we have seen a trend with Mumbai Indians. They start off slowly and then they take on the momentum. So it's a great opportunity for Royal Challengers Bangalore to defeat Mumbai Indians in their first game and then just back on that momentum, because RCB is a team who backs on momentum. If there's a good momentum going on, RCB will go on and win games like anything. If there's a bad momentum, there's a bad patch, RCB will go on and lose games like anything. So RCB is a team that goes on momentum, and if they get their dead bowling options all right, and if Glenn Maxwell fires in that middle order, then RCB is definitely going to pose a tough challenge for the Mumbai Indians. Toss, first game, you're unsure about the due factor, so I always expect the team who wins the toss would like to bat first and then back on their spinners, put on 180 on the board and then back on your spinners to just defend that total. You're unsure about the due, no worries. You just back on your spinners. It's a slow pitch in Chennai. It's not easy to chase down totals on this ground. What is my prediction? And that's the last segment of this video. I'm a fan of both Rohit and Kohli. Both of them prolific players, very inspirational stories, very inspirational players, but my analysis tells me that Mumbai is going to take on this game. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share and subscribe to M21 Cricket, and just stay with me all throughout this season of 60 games of this Viu IPL 2021 edition. Thank you so much.